Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to show you how we quickly resolved a roach problem that had been festering under a sink in a commercial kitchen. Let's take a look how we did it. So this roach issue was underneath a sink in a farmer's market. Now, a farmer's market's challenging because there's a bunch of different stances, essentially having 20-something individual restaurants all under one roof. So if they have roach or mice issues, they can come from any of these stands and go place to place. Now, from what we heard was that this stand every once in a while would see some roaches, and the previous company was just kind of spraying around. They would get it under control maybe for a little bit, and then it would come back. So what I did was, I think like a roach. I get on the ground, get on my back on the floor, and look up under the sink. And what do I see? I see this hole in the particle board with these black spots. And what those black spots are, that's roach excrement. And once I apply my aerosolized insecticide in there, and why I like to use this type of insecticide is, number one, it permeates that entire void. Number two, it has a quick contact kill, which means we're going to get immediate results. Three, it has a residual, which means we have some lasting power with it. And the last reason is it has an insect growth regulator, or an IGR, which means that if we have eggs or nymphs in there, they're not able to progress to the next level, which is adulthood. And what we can see here is that this is what an adult German cockroach looks like. So maybe a little less than ½ inch, not as large as an American roach or a palmetto bug or a water bug, as some people call it, but characterized by these black lines, these black stripes that go down its back. All right. Now the eggs and the nymph are going to look much different than the adult. So this is an adult German roach. And again, we found where their harborage spot was. So we're going to treat that first. And then you're going to see what we do differently. So besides the fact that number one, we found the source, which is always important with roaches, is we're going to do something different as well. So I'm actually going to take my tool here and I'm going to remove this adult roach that I found here because it had something very interesting on the back of it. And what you can see here is that is called an ootheca. All right. So it looks like there's something kind of hanging off the back end of this female roach. What that is it's an egg sac. And inside of there is about 30 to 40 German cockroach eggs. Now, when they emerge from this ootheca sac, they're going to be nymphs, right? Which is the developmental stage before the adult. So you can understand how, or why rather, that when roach issues arise and how they can arise very quickly is because this one female that we have here is going to be responsible for potentially 30 to 40 new roaches coming, and the problem just kind of expands from there. So we removed her. Now, number one, the contact of the insecticide took care of her. All right. So we don't have any issues with that. And we could have just left it like that because the insecticide obviously has a residual. Like I said, it permeated that void, but I always keep my sealant gun with me, and we're going to seal up that opening so that if there is still anything in there, and let's say for whatever reason, the insecticide did not reach it, this is going to prevent them from coming out. It's also going to give us very, very quick results because they're not going to be able to emerge from there. So this stand at this farmer's market is going to be able to experience immediate cockroach results because number one, we treated it using, we found the source, we treated it with professional products, and then we sealed it up so that we don't get any new ones coming out or new ones going in, right? We don't want any new roaches because, again, with a market like this, you could have 20 to 30 stands in there. All it takes is one roach to find its way into the building, find a little nook and cranny like that, and your problem resumes. So in this case, we were able to quickly find the problem, resolve the problem, and permanently stop the problem of cockroaches underneath this sink here. So if you have a roach issue, whether it's at your home or your business, your restaurant or your market, call the professionals at Prudential Pest Solutions. You can reach us at 484-401-4361. We service all of Berks County, Chester County, and Southeastern Pennsylvania.